Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the Q&A that I had told you guys on Instagram, and I'm going to be answering you guys' questions, being that I asked you guys to ask me some questions. I did one of these a while back, but it was on my second trimester. I haven't done one just like in general where you guys can ask me generalized questions in a minute, so I decided it was time. And so that's what I'm gonna be doing today. If you are new to my channel, what is up, sis? My name is Erika, and I hope you like this video. I hope you enjoy my other videos as well. By the way, guys, I am now in my third trimester. I'm excited. You know, we're at the home run, almost there, almost there. Soon baby girl will be here and I'll be a mama too. But I'm at Starbucks right now while I'm in the line, and I'm about to get my order, so let me get my order real quick. All right guys, so I just got my Starbucks. I'm so excited because damn, it's actually cold in here. You know when you like smell the food and you're just like, oh my god, I'm ready for it. But I got to my usual. I got a matcha ice green tea latte with soy milk. I mentioned to you guys on Instagram that I don't drink regular milk. Almond milk is cool. I don't really like almond milk anymore. I used to drink it all the time and then I got over it. But soy milk has not let me down, and so this is what I'm having right now. And for my snacky dacky, I got the spinach feta wrap. So you know, just a little something to keep me not hungry, to keep me full. I don't know what I was trying to say, but let me go ahead and pull up the questions. I feel like I should take a bite out of my sandwich first though, because I'm low-key hungry. So this is what a spinach feta wrap looks like. It has spinach, cheese, and I don't know what else inside, but it's good. I don't think it has cheese actually. It's egg. I don't know why I said cheese. You're gonna be like, Erika, you don't even know what you're eating. And by the way, guys, my shirt says motherhood. I forgot where it's from, but I'll be putting the screenshot. That way, if you guys would like to see where I got it from, you guys can check them out on Instagram. I'll be putting their Instagram screenshot on here because I don't remember the name. Do I have a baby name already? So I actually got this question, I want to say a good 10-15 times. Like, I was scrolling and that was one of the constant questions that kept coming up. Yes, I do have a baby name. I don't plan on saying the baby name yet, just because I'm not 1000% sure if I'm gonna pick it, because I have a name, I do, but you know when you have a name but you also have like another name? I have like two names that I'm set on, and I'm kind of like debating between both of those. So for that reason, I don't want to say it, because then, like, let's say I pick one and then the day the baby's born I decide to go with the other one and not the other one that I had said I was gonna go with. I don't know, I'm gonna feel stupid, so I'm gonna just keep it to myself. The only people who actually know so far what I have like thought of as far as the name is my boyfriend and my mom. And the only reason I told my mom was because my mom, she knows English and she can speak English, but my mom has a heavy ass accent. So I asked her to say the baby name, and okay, the first name I thought did not work out. My mom was saying a whole nother thing, and I was like, never mind. But yeah, as I was saying, my mom is the only other one who knows, and it's because when I pick a name, I want to ensure that my mom knows how to say it, because I want to know that my mom calls my kids, she can call them by their right name, you know, not like with Aubree in the beginning. She used to say Aubree so wrong. Sometimes she just called her Abigail, and I'd be like, bro, that's not even her name. But that's that. So to answer your question, yes, I do have a name, but I'm kind of like stuck between two. So for now, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. When will I be having another seminar? I actually told you guys I split my seminar into two groups, because I actually had a really large group. So my next seminar is in like 2 weeks in June, so very soon. But that those tickets are sold out. They've actually been, the entire seminar in general was sold out since February. And if you guys are ever interested in attending any of my events, I just recommend that you guys keep up with me on Instagram, because that is where, that's the first place that I like let you guys know things on stories. So if you were interested in ever attending a seminar, I would just say just stay tuned on my Instagram, which is the first place I ever tell you guys anything. Alright guys, so the next question is, what is your favorite thing about being an influencer? What is your favorite thing about being a mom? I don't really like to call myself an influencer, only because I feel like there's still so much room for me to grow. Like, I'm not where I want to be yet. However, I do understand why people say that, or why she would ask about being an influencer, because I know a lot of people do look up to me, and that is what I like. Not that, oh, look up to me, but that people can find, you know, that I'm just like them, and that they can relate to me. Like when I graduated, a lot of people were like, oh my god, you went to school, you know, you graduated from UC, which to me, that's like one of my most prideful moments, you know, having gone to Riverside and graduated from UCR. So that, you know, a lot of girls have messaged me like saying, oh, I really want to be a makeup artist, but I also really want to go to college. And I'm like, cool, you know, I respond to you guys' messages. I don't know, I don't always respond right away, because when it comes to DMs, I don't see my DMs every day. I'll see, if I'm on my phone and you send me a message right when I was on my phone, then I'll probably reply if I saw it. But if I didn't see it, I don't always reply right away. However, I have had conversations with some of you guys about, you know, going to college and stuff, and it's cool, you know. To me, that's something that I like. You know, I like that I can influence other, you know, girls to want to aspire their dreams in the makeup industry, as well as getting an education, because I do think education is important. No, I do not think that you need to go to college to be successful. You do not, you don't have to. There's many other ways of becoming successful, but I do think education is important, and that is something that I like, you know, that people can relate with that to me, in terms of like being a makeup artist and having gone to college and stuff like that, you know. And aside from that, being a mom, you know, having balanced all of that, being a mom, being a student, being a housewife. I don't like to call myself a housewife because I ain't married. He hasn't put a ring on it, but that's my boo. I love him. But what I'm trying to say is, I got a whole ass house to take care of. Like, I cannot just go clean a room, you know, like when people live in their parents' house, they just go to their room and they clean their room. Like, I got toilets to clean, I got a kitchen to clean, I got clothes to wash, I gotta do the whole housewife thing. So for that reason, like, I like that you guys can relate to me, because, you know, I'm just like you guys. I balance a lot of shit, excuse my language, but I balance a lot on my plate sometimes, and that's my own fault, because I overwhelm myself sometimes. But I feel like if I'm not doing something, I really get, I hate how I said doing. When I'm not doing something, I feel like I really get irritated, and I'm like, but I could be doing so much more. Does that make sense? So I hope I answered the question in regards to the influencer. Now, my favorite thing about being a mom, I love being a mom. My daughter has taught me so much more than, I like to say this, I feel like you teach your kids things and then they teach you so much more. My daughter has taught me, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, she's taught me so many things. When little things bug me, like I noticed with her, you know, as a child, she forgets about it in 2 seconds. And with me, sometimes I'm just like, ugh, like I want to hold a grudge, and then I remember, like, oh, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Like, Erika, get over it. And that's one of the things I love about being a mom, that, you know, you'd expect that you'd be the one teaching your kids things, but they also teach you a lot about life, and a lot about how to be a person. And I say that because you watch how kids are. They're so nonchalant, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, when it comes to bad things or negative things, they're over it quickly. You know, they don't dread themselves over it. And that's something that I like about being a parent, because, like I said, my daughter has taught me so much more. And aside from that, like, that's my kid. Like, I love everything about my daughter, although yes, she pisses me off at times. You know, when you have so much on your plate, and then your kid is like right here next to you, mom. But I'm happy, you know, being a mom, and I'm very excited to be having another baby. If you guys like only knew, every day I'm like, babe, we're gonna have another baby, we're gonna have another baby, we're gonna have another baby. Like, how do you feel? How you feel? He's probably so over me. He's like, you asked me this yesterday, and I'm like, I know, but I'm asking you again today. I don't know, I'm very excited. I love being a mom. So I hope I answered both of your questions with that. The next question is how you and the baby been. By the way, love you. How have you and the baby been? I don't know what you mean by which baby. You mean the one I'm carrying, or you know, my daughter? Because my daughter's my baby. But I'm good. You know, my baby, my bundle of joy, and my daughter we're all good. This whole, you know, quarantine pandemic and everything going on in the world right now has been very overwhelming, to say the least. But you know, 2020, a lot of people are like trying to cancel it. Just take it as 2020 is teaching us a lot right now. And like, I've seen a lot of tweets about people saying, you know, 2020 is gonna be like, it's making history, and I'm there with it. I believe that, and I really do hope that a lot of changes are made. And don't forget that you can do so much more than, you know, just people think that, oh, donating is the only way that you can like make changes. It's not. You know, you can sign petitions, you can attend like the protests in LA, if you're safe to do so. I cannot go to protests, but you know, with my being in my 3rd trimester, but you could do things like that to make a change in this world. I really do hope that things change, because unfortunately, you know, the way things are right now, it's not right. So I'm hoping changes come. Don't forget, November, you can make another change. Don't know what I'm talking about? Search November 3rd. It's a big day. I think November 3rd is the last day. Or is it? I don't know. Point is, just search what's happening in November. You know what I'm talking about. But be part of the change. That's what I wanted to say. The next question is, did you get any stretch marks pregnant with your first and now? Yes, I did. I've mentioned this many times before. With my daughter, with Aubree, I did get a lot of stretch marks. Like, a lot like on my lower belly, if that makes sense. They don't really bother me anymore. I can care less for them. In the beginning, they did bother me. But just keep in mind that, you know, when I first had my daughter, I was 19 and I was a kid. I feel like I'm still a kid at times, but I mean, I've grown so much more than when I was 19. But at that time, I hated it, and I also had postpartum depression. So it was just something that I was just like dreading. But with time, I learned that, you know, it's part of becoming, you know, not becoming a mom. That's not even the right thing to say. That's part of having a kid. Like, you are creating a life, and you know, it's part of it, and I accepted it, and I'm cool with it now. I don't want to get any new ones. Like, I pray to God I don't get any new ones, but it's cool. Like, I did get them with my first one. So far I haven't gotten any new ones, and I really hope I don't get any new ones, just because I feel like I already have a lot of them. No, they don't mind me, but still, it's kind of like, you know, when it's like, let's say someone keys your car and you're like, all right, I'm over it, but you're like, I hope no one keys my car even more. It's kind of what I'm trying to say. Hope I don't get more. Like, I'm cool with it, but I hope I don't get any more. The next question is, what did you major in? What is your dream job? So I majored in sociology. I've also answered this question before, and I don't really have a dream job with my crew. There's like a little, this thing was bothering me. I don't have a dream job with my bachelor's degree anymore. Like, I had something in mind prior, like before I decided to be a makeup artist, but then when I realized that this is where I'm happy and this is what I want to do, I decided that I was going to stick to it. And so for now, my dream job, I don't have a job specifically, but I would just like to grow in this industry and, you know, later on start up some new things. I do have like plans, and I hope to grow in this industry. So for now, that's just where I plan to be, and that is where I plan to grow. But no, it doesn't have to do anything with my degree anymore. However, I don't see having gotten my degree as like a bad thing, because it was like one of the best decisions of my life, and still is. There's a car right here and it's just staring at me. Or not the car, but the person. But as I was saying, I mean, I'll always have something to fall back on, you know, and having an education, and no one can take that from you. So I hope I answered your question with that. Next question is, it says, will you ever donate your clothes that you don't wear? So I think this person's asking this because on Instagram, if you guys follow me, I do, well, I already sold everything, but I was selling a bunch of stuff that I had that was new, or things that I only wore once, because last year I was kind of a shopaholic, and I managed to add up so much clothes that I wasn't even wearing a lot of things. So that's why I'm saying that a lot of things I was selling new, and then just things that I would not things, but clothes that I would wear one time and not wear it again. However, I don't think I would be donating my clothes. Now this is why I hope you guys don't think, oh my god, like, why wouldn't you donate your clothes? The reason is, if I spent money on clothes, you know, money that I worked hard for, I don't feel I'm in the position where I'd feel comfortable just giving my clothes away, that I, you know, purchased with my money. And mind you guys, if you have bought any of the clothes that I sell, or you have even just lurked on the page where I sell, you'll notice I sell everything under $20. Nothing is over $20. And a lot of the dresses, a lot of the tops and stuff, or jeans, are way more than $20. I'm like, someone's texting me. So for that reason, I'm like, I'm already doing, you know, like putting everything lower, and I'm just trying to take a little bit. So I don't want to take a big loss out of, you know, things that I bought myself. So I don't think I would be donating it for that reason. Like I said, I just don't feel like I'm in the position where I would feel comfortable. Maybe later on when I'm, you know, living a very, very comfortable life, then, and I don't mean like rich, like I just mean comfortable, then yeah, I would probably donate it then. But right now, like, I'm financially stable, but I'm not at the point where I'd be like it would hurt me a little bit. I'd be like, damn, like I just give all that clothes away that I spent X amount of money, you know. That's what I'm trying to say. So as of right now, no. But I hope you answered your question. I mean, I answered your question. Next question is, I'm thirsty though. There's so many questions about what the baby's name is. Okay, this is a good one. I answered this on Instagram, but I told you guys I would also go over it here on YouTube. It says, why is privacy so important when being on social media? So I think, you know, this is just my personal belief, that just because you're on social media does not mean that people are entitled to knowing everything and every little, like, aspect of your life. You know, you have your right to keep things private. Social media alone does not mean that you have to put everything out there. Honestly, you guys need to know this. On social media, people are going to show you what they want you to see. I show you guys what I want you guys to see. If I'm having a bad day and I'm crying and I want to show you guys that, then I'll show you guys it if I want. But do I have to? No. If I'm going through stuff at home, I don't need to share that to people. Like, why would I be sharing things that are personal to my life, you know? So I personally really believe that a private life is a happy life. I like to show you guys on Instagram, here on YouTube, and so on and so forth, you know, the good things about my life. Every now and then maybe I'll put, you know, something if I'm going through a bad day or whatever, but I'm not gonna show you guys my entire life, because there's not things about me, but I want to be me, you know. I'm showing you guys who I am on social media, but I don't have to show you guys everything, especially like when it comes to my family, like things like that. I really like even my boyfriend, I like having my relationship private. Also, a lot of people on social media tend to think that they know everything about you. Trust me guys, you'll never know everything about someone based on what you see on social media, and that's what I like about social media. And so whenever people, I don't get this negativity like this, but I've seen other people get it, but when people assume that they know everything about you and they try to comment and make little remarks about your life, I'm just like, do you realize that you sound stupid because you don't know them, you know? So that's just, you know, what I think. And I like having my private life, like my relationship, even like with my daughter and stuff. I just like that, you know, every now and then I'll show you guys her. In the beginning I didn't want to show you guys her, and I did mention in a separate video, I mean, that I started to show her a little bit because I wasn't obviously bringing you guys along with my pregnancy, and I don't want you guys to assume or to think that I don't love my daughter the way I love this baby, because oh my god guys, there are weirdos on social media who will try to twist, you know, your words and just things around to where they make everything seem so negative. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna show her every now and then. And I did tell you guys I would only be showing her every now and then. I'm not gonna be doing everything with her in the background or with her in my videos, because I just don't feel comfortable doing that. Like, that's my daughter and I like to keep it private. So I hope I answered that. I like I said, I went on Instagram and also kind of summed it up for you guys. But just know that if you do decide to be on social media, you do not need to show everyone everything about your life. Like, keep some things personal, because no one needs to know everything about you. But the next question that was also really good is, how do you feel now after sharing your boyfriend on social media? I know that was something weak for you. Now, this is like really quick sum up, but I did answer this one on Instagram as well. So I planned on showing you guys my gender reveal, because I mean, I brought you guys along the way this whole time. Why wouldn't I show you guys my gender reveal? However, you know, when the gender reveal happened, I wasn't gonna ask someone to film me and not film my boyfriend. Or I wasn't gonna say or use a video where, oh my bad guys, as I was saying, I wasn't gonna use a video where I cropped my boyfriend out and I only showed myself. Like, that's just not right. And then when I thought about it, I was like, imagine if I did that, all the trolls on Instagram would be like, oh my god, you're such a B for not showing him, or people would just try to drag me for no damn reason. And I don't want to show my boyfriend, simply because if you chose to follow me on Instagram or follow me on, or subscribe to my channel on YouTube, you chose to follow and subscribe to me, not to my boyfriend. So there's no need to know who he is or who my family is or anything like that. Like, they have nothing, you know, they're my family, yes, but they're not on my social media like that. So for that reason, like, that's one of the reasons that I think is very important. It's simple. Like, you chose to follow me, subscribe to my channel, you don't need to know who he is. So when people are like asking who is he and why don't you show him, why does it matter? Like, is my Instagram Erika and her boyfriend, or Muaerika 18, you know? And I hope you guys don't take this in the wrong way, but it's just, I'm being very real and honest with you guys. So that is, you know, one of the reasons. And I, like I said, showed him because I wasn't not gonna show him. And I just wanted to say it, I said this on Instagram too. You guys were so positive in my comments and stuff. I had a few people, and this is what makes me laugh. The people who did comment like stupid things were people who didn't even follow me. So I was like, bro, why are you even opening your mouth on something that has nothing to do with you? I'm gonna say this. I said this on my Instagram. I was raised that if you have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. So I don't understand how some people can open their mouths to things that don't regard them, or if they have nothing good to say, why don't they just shut up, move on with your day? If you don't like what you saw, just keep on going. It doesn't, you know, if it doesn't have to do with you, don't, just keep on going. Does that make sense? So on oh, do you guys see? Someone walked in the back and I have my car camera on, so I'm like, what the, I saw it over here. But as I was saying, some people decided to make a remark about my boyfriend's face. Now, if you guys watched my gender reveal video here on YouTube, then you would have seen that he answered, and I asked him, if you guys heard in the video, he said that it was because I didn't pop the popper at the same time. So people on Instagram, or people who don't even follow me, like I said, guys, irrelevant people were commenting like, oh, your boyfriend's face looks stupid or something, or whatever, he's not happy. How do you know he's not happy? You don't even know, you know, you saw a portion of something and you decided to make a remark or a comment on something you know nothing about. Don't understand, will never understand, don't care to understand. It didn't really bother me, guys. I just removed them. But that's another reason I don't share my boyfriend or like my family like that, because people who are irrelevant will try to make dumb comments over nothing, you know? So that's just something else. I'm really trying to explain to you guys and hope you guys understand why I do the things that I do. And I don't plan on sharing my boyfriend again. Like, that's my boo. And like I said, if you guys, you know, are supporting me, he does not, you know, matter in that. But even here on YouTube, when I uploaded the video, there was only 4 people. And I thought it was so stupid that they commented that he's an asshole. Like, how would you call someone an asshole that you don't even know? I just deleted the comments and I was done. I was like, it's cool. So I don't get how you could judge someone you don't know. At least I don't get it. I wasn't raised that way. I've never, and nor will I ever, leave a negative or rude comment on someone's page, just simply because, like I said, if you don't like something, if I don't like something, I'm gonna move on with my day. I'm not gonna interact with it, and that's it. Like, why leave a negative comment? So I just thought, it's cool, delete the comments. But I hope I answered your question. I just showed him just for that reason. Don't plan on showing him again. That's my boo, and that's it. Next question. I know I'm making this video, guys, so long, but I'm really trying to answer everything as clearly as I can. I know I'm kind of rambling, but sometimes when I answer things, I feel like I could have gone in a little more in depth, and so I really hope I'm just touching base on everything for you guys. But the next question, oh my god, there's so many baby questions. Do you plan on having more kids? I do think I want to have a third kid, or a third baby. I feel like when you say kid kind of sometimes sounds a little mean, but not, I don't know. I don't know. I want to say I do, but then at times I'm like, maybe I don't want to be a mom of 3 kids. Like, I don't. And my boyfriend, I feel like we talked about it, and he says yes, but then he's like, but not right now. And so I'm just like, I feel like not right now means no. And then I'm like, but I think that's kind of a good thing, because I don't want to be a mom of, you know, 3 babies right now. Like, I do, but I don't. So I hope I answered the question. I know it's yes and no, but that's kind of how I feel. It says, what is your favorite perfume? I've actually said this before. I don't really like perfumes. I really only use like Bath and Body mist, and that's pretty much it. I'm not a big perfume person, simply because I feel like if I put on perfume and I get in my car, it starts to give me a headache because it smells so much. Whereas when you use a body mist like from Bath and Body Works, you smell it, but it's not heavy. So I hope I answered your question. It says, any feedback on somebody who wants to become an MUA and entrepreneur? I think I said that right. On the beauty side, honestly, I'm gonna be very honest. If you want to become a makeup artist, hairstylist, anything that is not really like a 9-to-5 job, I really recommend that you are really gonna put yourself out there, and you're really gonna try to get yourself clients, and you know, just put everything that you can into it, because to be financially stable in this industry, you have to be working. Like, you can't just like work every now and then, because you're not gonna be charging someone $1,000 a week to do their makeup, or like for one time. Does that make sense? I mean, maybe later on when you are Ariel or something, you guys know Makeup by Ariel. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you are really gotta be booked and busy is how you're gonna make it in this industry, realistically. Because if you decide that this is gonna be your sole income, I mean, like, you have to be booked. Now, it does not mean that you're gonna be taking 10 clients a day every day, that you can't have a life. No, but it means that you need to be booked enough to where you're gonna be financially stable. I am financially stable, and that was the reason that when I came into this industry, I put my all into it. Like, I stopped working at my job, and I was pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to get clients, you know, working on my Instagram, working on my YouTube. Obviously, I know your question is makeup, but I'm also doing YouTube, so that's why I'm saying that. But I'm financially stable because I do get booked often. Now, if I weren't to be getting booked often, then I would low-key be stressing. For example, right now that we had, you know, everything was closed, people were canceling and things, I wasn't stressed because I had my savings. And that's something that you also have to consider when you decide that this is, you know, something you want to pursue. You can't just spend all the money you're making, because you're not gonna be paying taxes, so you'll be keeping everything to yourself. At least you won't be paying taxes monthly at the end of the year. Yes, you do have to file your taxes, but you're gonna be making all this money. You're gonna be like, damn, I'm balling. But if you're just gonna be spending your money foolishly, then, you know, it may not work out. And I say this as someone who has bills. Like, I have a home, I have multiple bills to pay for. My car insurance alone scares me. But do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, to be in this industry full time, you just gotta be booked. And in the beginning, you're just gonna have to push. So in the beginning, I wasn't solely doing this. I was a waitress and I was freelancing on the weekends. And then when I came to a point where I was good and I could continue, you know, doing this, I wasn't working at my job anymore. And I also teach, guys, which is still a makeup artist because I teach, you know, makeup. But that's how it works for me. So if you want to do this, like, you just have to make sure that you are, you know, trying to get out there on social media and reaching out to people. Or in the beginning, I did reach out to people. I'd be like, hey, like, people who I knew from high school, for example, I'd be like, hey, I'm a makeup artist now, like, if you ever need someone, hit me up. And, you know, build a clientele. So that's something that you would really need to consider if you decide to do this full-time. Is just, it's not going to work out if you're not hustling to, you know, make your money. And I'm sorry if this was like all over the place, but I'm trying to be as honest as I can, guys, because trust me, if you come into this industry and, you know, if something like what happened, you know, with this whole quarantine happens again, it's gonna crush you, dude. If you don't have savings, like, what are you gonna rely on? And I mean, unless you live with your parents, for example, and you don't have to worry about rent and stuff, but, you know, if you have bills, you can't just be like, oh, I'm chilling, you know. I hope I answered that. Just my biggest tip is that if you really want it, like, you are gonna have to put in the work to build a clientele. You know, constantly work or practice on your makeup so it betters, and just be really in it. Because once you're in this, like, there's no, like, I'm just gonna be chilling all the time, you know, chilling a full week. I chill every few days, yes, but taking a whole week off, you know, I wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't have savings. So consider that. Now the next question is very related to this. It says, does an MUA make decent money to be your own boss, not including YouTube? Yes, it does if you are booked. So it's the same thing again. If you're not booked, no, you're not going to be financially stable. I can be financially stable without YouTube, because I do get booked often. Right now that, you know, this whole quarantine happened, I did slow down, but it didn't hurt me, like I said, because I had savings. But aside from that, let's say quarantine hadn't happened, then I'd be chilling, because every weekend I had clients. So yes, you know, and my schedule was different from, you know, a lot of other people. I would work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whereas other people work Monday through Friday. I don't work Monday through Friday. Well, at least freelancing, I don't work Monday through Friday. I work on the weekends, and then I would teach, you know, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and I would do makeup Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I wouldn't work a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job. I would only work partial hours, you know, which is something that I love about being a makeup artist. I love that, or just in general being a independent contractor. I love that I make my own schedule and that I can work when I want and not work when I don't want, you know. So it's something that I really enjoy. I like that I don't have to work a 9 to 5 job. I work, you know, what you would consider a part-time job, and I'm financially stable, so I like that. But to answer your question, yes, you just have to be, you know, booked. And I've been doing makeup now for 3 years. The first year I was not, you know, where I am right now. The second year I was like getting there, but I wasn't, you know, where I could just only do makeup. Like I said, I was waitressing. But now my third year is where I built my clientele, so now I can say yes, I can, you know, rely on this. Next question. So I'm gonna answer maybe like 2 or 3 more questions, because I know this video is gonna be very long, but I wanted to make sure I answered every question for you guys. What product and color do you use for your eyebrows? So for anything related to like makeup, if you guys follow me on Instagram, which you obviously do because it's on here, but whenever I post a picture, if you guys look at my what is it called, my caption, I put everything on there and I never miss anything. And if for whatever reason I do, send me a DM. But I can't, you know, I use like 3 things for my brows. I change it up every now and then, but if you click on a photo, it always says like the first thing that is always mentioned is whatever I'm using on my brows. So for example, today my brows, I used Anastasia Beverly Hills, the dip brow. So if I were to have posted a makeup photo for today, the first thing that would be tagged would say Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow medium brown, you know. So I hope I answered your question. But if you ever have makeup related questions and I posted a picture of that look, just click on the caption on Instagram and everything is linked on there, and it'll tell you what shade I used, what product, the brand, everything. Let me see. There's so many weird questions. It says, why did you decide to start showing your daughter? Not sure if you already answered that. I think I actually answered this earlier, so I'm not gonna answer it again because I did answer it. Yes, I did answer it. I'm like thinking to myself while I'm talking to you guys. Next question. It says, is your boyfriend also Aubree's dad? Yes, my boyfriend is also my daughter's father. Me and my boyfriend have been together since I was 16, guys. Like, I've been with him for years. And I hope it stays that way because that's my boo and I love him. But yeah, I actually get that question often, and I don't know, I feel like I'm surprised, but I do know, you know, some people relationships end and they start a life with someone else, which is, you know, not bad. But in my case, you know, yes, he's the father, and he's father to my bundle of joy now, and hopefully any future kids I have. Next question. I think I'm just gonna end it there, guys. I feel like I answered so many questions already, and this video I think is now like 40 minutes long, so I'm so sorry. I know I'm over here just trying to answer as many questions as I can and low-key rambling on, but bear with me, guys. I feel like I also have like the mom brain right now, because I low-key be forgetting things that before I was pregnant I was pretty on point with things. Right now that I'm pregnant, I tend to forget a lot of things. Not for like, I don't forget it entirely, I just forget it for a moment and then I'm like, oh wait, you know. So I feel like that's why I ramble more now. But just bear with me. If you managed to make it to the end of this video, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys did like all the questions that I did get to answer. And like I said, there was a few that I didn't answer, but simply because a lot of them were repetitive on baby names, or just like baby related questions like that. And also some I did answer on that second trimester Q&A. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and follow me on the gram. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is always linked below. My discount codes are always linked below. And with that being said, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Hey, I look better than what I've been through, yeah. It's a celebration, hey.